closely located to the town of Fundão. To the north, and to the south we have Castelo Branco, another large lovely town. And we're here today right on the mountain because we are going to be showing you a fantastic farm for sale. This farm is 26.5 acres or 10.8 hectares, so it really is rather huge. It's got a lot going for it. It's got two lovely large granite stone ruins, both of which that can be legally constructed and lived in. And yeah, it's got nature reserves surrounding it, which is just beautiful, absolutely fantastic. Views to die for, as you can see off in the distance there. And yet we're on the Gardunha mountain. So let's take a look around the farm. The farm here goes right up the mountain, almost to the peak. I'm going to put a map on the screen here so you can see exactly where we are. It's a really rather large, 26.6 acres. So a very nice size indeed. It's got a couple of ruins. You can see the first one there. We're going to have a closer look at those in a moment. And yeah, a lovely driveway that has just been created. This was all made. This driveway wasn't here. It's been made by a digger. That was created approximately 2 weeks ago. The main road that we came in on, the gravel track that we came in on, is just over there. You can see it in the distance. It's 7 kilometers to the village via that track, but there's 3 accesses. So there's that one there, there's one in the middle, and there's one over that side as well. So 3 lovely access tracks. We took the longer one because it has some really spectacular views looking right off to the south and to the east to Spain. In actual fact, the mountains you can see there in the distance are Spanish mountains. The closer one is Monsanto, and then the ones behind that are Spanish mountains. You can see Andre's vehicle there, so nice track. You can get up here pretty much in any car. Low cars might suffer, but any cars pretty much can get up here. Here's the next ruin, the village of Castelo Novo, which is just down in the dip down there in a straight line. It's probably about 2 kilometers away, something like that, maybe 3 kilometers in a straight line. And that village is a really nice village. It's got a lovely prior fluvial. It's got which is a freshwater swimming beach. You can go there in the summer, swim. They dam up the waterfall and create lovely swimming lagoons. It's got cafes, snack bars, a beautiful restaurant. O Lagarto is a beautiful restaurant, and yeah, quite a lot of things going for the village. To my left I have Andre. Olá, bom dia.
Olá, bom dia.
Como está?
Tudo bem.
Tudo bem. Yeah, and yeah, you can see all of those beautiful granite boulders at the top. At the top of this land, there's a lot of boulders. As you can see, that part of the land is not farmable. I mean, it would be if you were to bring big heavy machines in and clear some of the rocks out and such. But that part of the land, really, you'd leave it to nature, I think. You'd leave that as nature intended. Leave it to be really nice and beautiful. There's quite a few water sources on this land. There's a lovely pond. There's numerous lagoons or small ponds, and quite a few waterfalls. Quantas ribeiras são? Yeah, I think there's 3. Yeah.
The boundaries is 2, but exists one in the
Okay.
go the other.
Okay, so 3 streams on the farm, each with their own waterfalls and everything, and they all have little ponds all along the streams. Andre said there's one on that boundary of the farm, one on that boundary, and then one in the middle.
Eu gostava de descobrir se conseguimos lá chegar. Eu vou tentar lá chegar para mostrar.
Yeah, that would be nice if we could find it up in the brush. That would be really nice. Yeah. But yeah, that's all the wild side of the farm, like we were saying. There's also the terraced side of the farm, which is behind me if I turn around. É mesmo lindo, não é? It's beautiful. All of this part down here is I was going to say flat. Okay, not flat, but it's terraced, so the terraces are flat. They're all separated by little stone walls as well. Of course, there's some brush and broom. Yeah, it needs a good clean. You get a tractor in here, clean up that broom and everything, and open up all of the terraces, just like that's just happened with the driveway here. We had that opened up just before the film so that we could get in and show you everything. But yeah, of course, you'd need to carry on and just go through all of that brush, all of that broom. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's not a legal requirement because this is nature reserve. You're allowed to keep it like that if you want. But yeah, you can go through and clear out all the terraces and plant orchards. What could you plant up here? I mean, cherries would probably be fantastic.
Apple, cherries,
peach,
but chestnut tree.
Oh, chestnuts! They grow fantastic on the mountains, and they love water as well. which would be great.
Walnuts,
yeah. So yeah, Andre's actually 100% correct there. Chestnuts, yeah, quince too. Chestnuts and walnuts would do amazing up here, as would almonds. The nut trees, they like to be up on the mountains. They like the granite in the soil as well, and the water, of which there is so much here. Mountains produce water. Yeah, we're going to show you that. I don't know if you can hear behind me, but there's a stream with a waterfall running down here. It's beautiful. And I think I mentioned the first ruin over there. There's the second ruin as well. Yeah. Rightio, shall we climb down and have a look at some of the flatter part of the land?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh. Espera aí. Vamos ver primeiro ali a ribeira.
Ok.
E depois eu talvez vou tentar chegar onde nasce a água.
Okay, yeah, okay? Boa idea. Andre said rather than going down there and having a look at the flatter part just yet, we're already halfway up, so we might as well continue going up and have a look at where that water spring is, where the natural spring is. I tell you what, this area here would be marvellous for goats. Goats love it up on the mountain here. They'll clear a lot of that brush out for you. Oh yeah, okay. Andre said there must have once upon a time been some sort of construction here, some sort of shed or something here as well. Yeah. A beautiful flower?
Yeah, white flower.
Yeah. A gorgeous white flower. Is that on camera? Yeah. If anyone knows what that flower is, please let us know in the comments, because we both have no idea. As we turn around, you can hear all the birds tweeting. Beautiful. On the way up, as we were driving up here, we saw lots of little, I don't know what you call them, the little tree protectors. When they plant a new tree, put the little green protectors around them. They have about 100 hectares of those planted up here on the nature reserve right now, because they are planting. These?
Há projetos para este local da serra.
Yep.
Há gabinete de apoio na Câmara Municipal para introduzir cabras sapadoras.
Oh, okay. So there's a project with the town hall at the moment where they'll help you with goats. What will they do? Give you the goats?
Yes.
Yeah.
And for clean the property.
Okay. What, they'll give you goats and then you put them on your property, they'll clean it all out and then they take them away when they're finished. Okay.
Because in the moment the idea is to change the mountain.
Okay.
Because many years ago the shepherds clean everything for put food for the animals.
Okay.
You don't exist many trees in the mountain because it's very stones. Exist many stones. You see, stones. And the idea is cut the bush.
Yeah.
And select the trees. Look, one cork tree.
Yeah, cork tree. Okay, so that's their project at the moment.
The oak there in the green in the pine tree is oak. Exist different trees. The idea is cut the bush and continue the trees, so change the mountain.
And I was just explaining, Andre, about the project that's going on with all of the planting at the moment. There's like 100 hectares of things being planted.
The project is minimum 10 hectares.
Right, okay, you need to have a minimum of 10 hectares for that, okay, which this farm has, yep.
But exist the other projects in the same system, because in the moment exists money for the Gradunha mountain.
Right, okay, they're investing the money in, okay.
Soto da Casa.
Yep.
The area is Soto da Casa, Castelo Novo and Alcongosta.
Okay, so those three villages, so that's all the top of the Gardunha mountain here. Yep.
There's more villages in the top, but this project is Soto da Casa, Castelo Novo and Alcongosta.
Okay, and the trees that they are planting are all native trees to the area, so cork, like you were just saying, oak, holm oak, chestnut, no doubt some other trees as well that I can't think of, but yeah, lots of nice native trees being planted in the area. So give it another 10 years, yeah, probably 10 years, and all of that area over there and then going round, and that area going round will all be huge native forest. So that will be absolutely fantastic. I better keep up with Andre because he's gonna dart through the rocks and I'm not going to know where where I need to go. But yeah, this is the rocky part of the farm, and then after we'll show you, if I don't fall, we'll show you the flat area. Wow, this is one of the streams. They have some fantastic lagoons. There's actually a lovely pond right down by the house as well, which you could put fish in, and water lilies and things, which would just be amazing. You know what, I haven't said the price yet. The price is 75,000 euros, and for the amount of hectares that you're getting here, and the water and the views, that is just an unbelievable price. Really good price. If you're interested in this farm, please do email us, farmerforfun@outlook.com, or check out this farm and all of our other farms at www.farmerforfun.com. Wow, look at this, Andre. Wow, I've never seen this before. This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can hear me over all of the water. A beautiful waterfall, and that's just one of the many waterfalls on the farm. My gosh, absolutely beautiful. A tiny little lagoon there, but yeah, down by the house there is a really nice large one. That is fantastic. That water coming straight off the mountain here is perfectly drinkable. Yeah. You can drink it straight from source. Andre's about to demonstrate that there. Wow.
Water of the mountain.
This is
And the other day, me and Matilde,
your daughter,
my daughter,
yep,
and my sobrinho,
and your nephew.
Nephew. My nephew lives in Algarve, but
Okay.
visits in the holiday.
Nice, nice.
4 years old, the age. Drink the water of the mountain.
Beautiful.
I make the palhinha.
I make a straw out of the reed. Yep.
E eles ficaram super felizes de estar assim. Agora ele está sempre a dizer: vamos para a serra viver a aventura da sobrevivência.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. So that would probably be, yeah, really different for him coming from the Algarve. Yeah. Wow, what a beautiful waterfall! And that is not the biggest waterfall on the land. There's some that are even larger. Some of those little lagoons, what we'll show you in a moment as we go down, they would just be fantastic to dig out and create lovely large ponds. This land is just screaming out to be an off-grid paradise. Electricity is a little bit too far. You could bring it up, but it would be a bit expensive, so I would say not to bother with that. Go for solar. Here, with the south-southeast facing of the farm, you are going to get excellent solar.
Sparta.
Sparta, okay, we've spoke about that on the channel before, haven't we?
Yeah, onde fazia os capazes.
Yeah, so Sparta, they would weave that and they would make large mats out of it and use it in the olive pressing process. Another one of those white flowers. Gorgeous.
Estas aqui são roxas, também são muito bonitas.
Okay, nice, nice. That grows around water.
Esta do ano passado.
Yeah, beautiful. The flowers from last year, they grow around
Vou
water.
tentar explorar lá em cima, esperas aqui bocadinho?
Yeah, fine, yeah. Andre said he's going to explore up the mountain. Would you do me the honours of taking the camera, Andre? Would that be okay? Because I don't believe that I could get up there. I'll pass the camera over now to cameraman Andre.
Let's go! Agora vamos por aqui explorar. Matilde adora isto. Tudo que seja aventuras. É lindo. Beautiful. Look. There. Huh? The pine. There. One cave. Yeah? Okay. The stream is more in the top. I don't continue, but it's beautiful. The water there. Where is Joseph? Hey Joseph! I don't know, you see? The car. There's the ruin. The ruin. Beautiful. Maybe this is my favorite spot in the Gordunha mountain. There in the top is this one church abandoned. This one cave in the stones. The farms, the neighbors there who live in the property. Castelo Novo. Chegar aqui em cima não foi fácil. Até já! Okay, change for the Joseph cameraman in the house.
What did you get up there?
I don't know.
Thank you, Andre.
You're welcome. Oh, de nada.
So that was another. So that was a nice hike up there. Then a nice trek. You could see lots of different stones up there that look like walls and things, I think. And I was just having a look down here. Oh, I've lost my bearings now. So the green plants over there, the bushes, that's where the waterfall was. So the stream runs down there. And I was just thinking here, right by this ruin, which is I was going to say the smaller of the two, but they're both about the same size, aren't they? I think. Yeah. That one's bigger. That one's bigger. Okay, that one's slightly bigger then. So right by there, you could have all this part here trimmed with a brush cutter. You could do this part here down to the stream in probably 6 hours, something like that. Or of course you could pay someone to do it. It's roughly 15 euros an hour for a man with a brush cutter. That's including fuel and machine. So so you could get that done very cheaply or quickly yourself if you wanted to.
I'll put the project.
Or put the project.
Put in the project. Maybe it's free. I don't know.
Maybe free, yeah.
Maybe it's free.
Yeah, because sometimes they do that with these projects to beautify areas and things. So yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
To protect the mountain.
To protect the mountain, yeah. And if this part here was all cut, you could access right down to the stream all the way along. A beautiful, large stream frontage, and there you dig out a nice big hole with a mini digger, or you know, just grab some stones and create a little dam, and have a nice large pool. I think you need to sit down after.
Different pool?
Yeah.
Olha aqui.
Yep.
Isto para criar calçadas à volta da casa.
Okay.
Há muitas pedras destas.
That's a very good idea, Andre.
Yeah.
Andre said you can make cobblestones out of stones like this, split them all up, and have like a patio, or calçada. It's like a patio made out of cobblestones round the house. Yeah, you put your little bistro set on there and have a nice little coffee in the morning, looking out.
Yeah, e o que eu reparei é que lá no cimo há pedras que foram feitas. Há pedras talhadas, trabalhadas.
Oh, okay. There's Andre said that there's stones at the top of the mountain, which he saw they were all they were worked in some way. More there.
Esta é mais pesada.
Yeah, that one's not coming out. Yeah, that's not moving.
Mas olha aqui, há mais, estás a ver? Pedrinhas destas.
Yeah.
Podem utilizar para fazer uma calçada à volta da casa.
Yeah, it would make a nice cobblestone around the house. Rightio, let's look at the flat part down here, the flatter part, the terraced part, and the buildings, and the lovely pond as well. And we come up to the first of the two ruins here. Obviously the driveway is just down there, you can see it just behind Andre there, so you can park right up to the building. I'm going to put the square meters of this one on the screen here so you can see exactly how big it is. And can you imagine, you're allowed to legally go up one floor on this as well to make it a 2-story building. Can you imagine the view of a beautiful large glass window on the veranda or something there, looking right out towards Spain? Beautiful. Wow.
Este vidro é difícil de partir.
Yes, that is an old window, isn't it? You're right. Andre said that glass is difficult to break. Yeah, look at that. That's an old window there. capped up to stop the winds or something, I suppose, because obviously there wouldn't have been double glazing back then. Fantastic. These ruins are in excess of 100 years old. Obviously you can see that this part here can actually be used in the footprint because the walls are already standing. So wow, that starts to make it a really nice sized house there. Fantastic. Lovely doorway there. Let's have a look in there. Jump in here and have a look. Look at the large granite stones round the doorway there. Fantastic. Nice, nice. And yeah, beautiful views. Rightio, now we're going to go on to the next ruin and to the pond. Andre's just nipped back to the vehicle to get another battery for me. And right outside of the first building there, you can see there's a lovely little terrace. That's the first terrace we've seen here. Separated by these beautiful stone walls. Look on the other side, the gorgeous boulders there. Wow. This is the driveway that's just been made. It's pretty much slap bang in the centre of the farm, so the distance that it goes that way is the same distance it goes that way. Real nice, large driveway. Whoop, don't fall. And here you can see again, little stone walls all the way around. Beautiful green trees. We're right in the beginning of spring now, so everything's starting to green up and look really pretty. All of the flowers out and everything. And I tell you what, all of that area over there, which is all terraced, that would make fantastic orchards. So if you were here in the springtime and you had that all planted with cherry, say, or almond or something, you'd have a beautiful white, yes, or apple, beautiful white fields of blossom. Absolutely gorgeous, and a very, very nice income as well, because cherries do bring in a really, really lovely income. Rightio, let's change the battery over and go over to the next ruin. Now we walk up the driveway, up here, and as we turn around, we have the next ruin. This is the slightly smaller of the two ruins. I'll put the size in square meters on the screen here, and a beautiful large pond.
Yes.
Right by the house. Look at that, right by the house. And the water comes out of a spring just there, I think, doesn't it? I can't see the water now.
Isto era uma pequena presa, e daquela pedra só até ali, depois ficava aqui estreitinho.
Right.
E eu pedi ao senhor com a máquina para deixar aqui esta pedra.
Right.
E fez aqui tanque espetacular.
Okay, so I could see the spring earlier. Ah, yes, I can see it now. Where's my finger? It's coming out of the rocks there. I could just see the water shimmering. And Andre said this little stone wall was here. Little stone wall was here. The stream was running here. And Andre said to the guy who was making the road, can you please drop this lovely large slab of granite in here, which has created a presa, a nice little pond. So now the water has, of course, risen right up to the top and is overflowing. And that's in what? About 10 days, isn't it?
Yes, 10 days.
In 10 days, so...
Sei que a água ainda não está muito limpa.
Yeah, that's why the water's still a little bit dirty, yeah, but you can actually see the water itself is clean, minus the bits of rubble and stuff on the top from the bits of debris from the ferns and whatnot on the top. But that water is just gorgeous. Beautiful. And yeah, drinking water. You can draw straight from the spring and use that as your drinking water. Fantastic. Rightio. That is a lovely place. There you go, you get a bit more idea of the size from there. That's fantastic. So you can sit in there. That will be full all year round. The springs do not finish on this mountain. There's constantly waterfalls and everything, and the quantity of water you're seeing is the 12-month quantity of water there. It will not go down because of the water coming directly out of that spring. Beautiful. And there, yeah, you could sit in the water. How deep do you reckon that is, Andre?
It's 1 meter.
1 meter deep. 1 meter deep.
The idea is put the big there.
Yep.
E this side. Não sei se consegues ver onde eu estou.
Yeah.
Está uma pedra, mas esta pedra é fácil, is easy para tirar.
To increase the depth even further.
Tirar a pedra.
Yep.
E colocar tubo para esvaziar.
Okay. So stick another stone where you're standing right there. That would increase the water depth even more by another foot roughly. And yeah, and then stick a pipe in, Andre said, and that can have a tap on, and that can be your tap to let the water all go if you wanted to clean it out or anything like that.
Porque isto foi feito pela máquina, entretanto,
yeah.
Quem quiser pode, há pedras em todo o lado.
Yeah, yeah.
E
beautiful.
Pode tirar esta pedra e fechar e pôr tubo e selar.
Yeah.
Enche até aqui.
Yeah, that will fill it right up to where your foot is there, where your boot is, and you could use that as irrigation water then. But yeah, what a fantastic place to have as a little cooling off plunge pool in the summer. The water will probably be ice cold, I would imagine, through the summer because it's coming straight out of the mountain. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, and south facing there. Wow. absolutely gorgeous. If it was me, I would pop some fish in there. I would raise the water depth, like Andre said, stick some nice fish in there, have a few water lilies and things, and that would be a beautiful natural pool. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Sim, e entretanto, daqui a 2, 3 semanas, vamos filmar a quinta de amigo nosso, onde as pessoas podem tirar algumas ideias de uma quinta já praticamente.
That is a very good point, Andre. Yeah, so I was just talking about water lilies and such, and Andre said in about probably 3 weeks' time, we're planning one of our future films. We're going to be going to a friend of ours who has a lovely farm just down in the valley, in actual fact, just down. And yeah, he has a beautiful farm with all aquatic plants for sale and everything. And that's a really beautiful place, so I'm really looking forward to filming that in actual fact.
Eu acredito, se ele viesse a esta quinta, ficava apaixonado.
Yeah.
E fazia montes de planos.
Yeah.
Porque ele, quando vai à minha quinta, ele fica.
Andre said the owner of that aquatic plant place would be very excited to see this one. He would have lots of different plans on what you could do, and you could actually create further ponds going down as well. And like I said earlier, make other ponds where the other streams are. Anyway, that's enough about ponds. Let's turn this way. Here is the other ruin. It goes right back to the rocks there. Gorgeous. And it is a lovely, lovely size. Both of these ruins can go up another story. So imagine you can't get inside, obviously, as you can see, it's just full of all brambles, so that needs clearing out. Add another floor on, little veranda coming out. Absolutely stunning views. Righty, yeah. Now we're going to walk down the hill a little way. Yeah, like I said earlier, if you are interested in this farm or any of our other properties, please do email us, farmerforfun@outlook.com. I think it was probably hard to see from up on the hill, but these tracks are really rather large. All the terraces are like this sort of width, a couple smaller, a couple larger.
This is one terrace.
Yeah.
Stones there, the wall. Tem ali as paredes em pedra.
Yep, little stone walls.
Outra vez paredes em pedra.
Okay, all of the terraces have little stone walls, and this shows you the width. So the width of this one is roughly 15 meters, I would say.
Yeah, 15 meters.
15 metros, não é?
Sim, aqui. Depois aqui tem outra. Aqui
Yeah.
terá 5 metros. Ali terá outra de 5.
Okay, then there's a terrace of 5 meters, another terrace of 5 meters. Get these cleared out nice and easily with the machines, like they've already done with this terrace here. And you imagine on the 15 meters, if you're planting cherries at 3 meter squares, that means you can get 5 runs in here. And then if I turn round, obviously this is your driveway, you wouldn't want to do it on this one, but all of the terraces you could plant on.
Sabes porque é que existe estas gestas?
Porquê?
Porque as gestas só se dão onde há boa terra. Onde há terra de
Okay,
qualidade.
so
É uma coisa que ainda nem mostramos. Olha
yeah,
aqui.
I know that the soil here is extremely fertile. Andre said it looks like potting compost. It looks like you just buy that in a garden centre or something. Wow! And Andre said, yeah, all of these gestures, the plant, they like fertile soil. So you could tell that there. That is seriously like potting compost. If I just kick some of the land there, you could see it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous soil. But yeah, like I was saying, a 15 metre terrace, if you're planting cherries at 3 metre squares, that means you're going to get 5 runs in here, maybe 4 to keep a bit of distance from the edges. 4 runs going back that way alone here to the house, you could get in probably about, I don't know, what, 50 trees, 75 trees, something like that. Multiply that over all of the terraces. Wow, that is an income. Obviously you wouldn't want to plant the whole farm with that, because that's just a ridiculous amount, but need a lot of pickers for that. But here you could plant some fantastic orchards, and I don't know if we could see from here, but where it's green over there, actually that's a point, I should probably mention that. The closest neighbour is 2 kilometres in that direction, and they have a lovely orchard. They actually have banana trees on their farm over there as well. They're at the same altitude as this farm.
Yeah, these are
Shepherds over there. They have nice breeds of sheep over there as well, don't they?
Sheep and cow.
Sheep and cow.
Goats.
Sheep and goats, okay.
Olha estas pedras maravilhosas que aqui há.
Yep.
Não é? Aqui por todo lado há pedras trabalhadas.
Yeah, all stones that have been worked. You can see the sharp edge on them, so they've all been used as, I don't know what they would have been used for. Paving slabs, airas, threshing pads, houses, sheds, animal barns.
Maruja.
Maruja, okay. I do not know the translation for maruja, but it's a lovely little edible water plant. It's not watercress, that's agrião, but maruja, it's a nice,
Ela já está a começar a ganhar flor.
gorgeous, lovely time of year to eat them.
Yes.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
Já estou cheio de fome.
You're hungry.
Já ia almoçar.
We've been up the mountain now for a couple of hours, so yeah. As we come over this way, yeah, all of the stone walls, beautiful. They line the whole of the driveway in actual fact, on both sides. Where's the stream? I can hear it. It's there, I can hear it. Beautiful soil all the way down, look at that, just gorgeous soil. So currently you'd really want a 4x4 to come up just this part here, up to the house. It's really not in bad shape, you can get up here in pretty much any motor, except for of course low down cars. But if you wanted, yeah, that would be a gorgeous place for your veggies in there, yeah. So they've cleared out this next terrace down here as well, just to show what all the terraces look like. And there's so many terraces here, so many terraces. Everywhere where you see these salgueiros, these beautiful varieties of willow, means that there is water, and we can hear that now as we get closer. Wow, this is a gorgeous lagoon as well, beautiful. Okay, so yes, yeah, the walls are further apart here, narrower down there. Where it's narrow there, where that rock is there, put a giant rock. You've got all these rocks here, roll them down, put them there, create a dam wall, and you have got a very, very nice sized pond. Look at that waterfall coming into there. Wow. Andre said he's very hot. I'm not surprised after all the traipsing around the mountain you've done. Yeah. Don't lose your glasses. Got to wash his face. A miradouro. Okay, so we're going to wash his face and look at that, gorgeous. Ice cold, I bet. Beautiful. Very refreshing on a day like today. And then we are going to go and show you just some of the what would you call them in English, viewing spots, some of the viewing spots, the miradouros on the mountain, and yeah, have a little look round. Let's go. I bet that was nice and refreshing.
Olha, fazia aqui uma piscina.
Yeah.
Tirava daqui estas pedras todas aqui para baixo, fechava aqui.
I just said that. I think that's an exactly the idea. It's perfect. Andre said exactly the same. Beautiful waterfall. Andre said take all of these large rocks here, stick them there. You've got your own plunge pool here. Shape up these trees a little bit to allow some of the sun in, and yeah, beautiful. Rightio, let's go to the miradouro.
Let's go.
It's only a dream. Nothing is really what it seems anyway. Now little by little, in the twilight's gentle flow, in the dance of fading light, we grow.
Okay, just on the way to the viewing spot, and we just stopped here because I thought I would show you some of these new trees that they've planted. That's what we were talking about earlier. They have planted in excess of 100 hectares, I think, of all the native trees. Real nice, but yeah.
It's possible you see in the mountain.
Yeah.
Look in the mountain. Remember the project to clean the property?
Yep.
Se tu vires, esta parte da serra já foi toda limpa.
So the property is just over there, and Andre said that all of this part of the mountain they've cleared with that project he was talking about, cleared all of the broom out and everything. You can see here some of the remnants.
Aqui esta zona, tu podes ver que já foi implementado projeto de árvores.
Yep.
Tens aqui algumas árvores a nascer,
yep.
Tanto para lado como para o outro há tubos verdes pela serra.
Yeah, Andre said everywhere where you see those green tree protectors, I think they're down here as well, I'm not sure.
Aqui não sei, mas ali embaixo.
There are a couple, I can see a few down there, yeah.
Aqui para esta zona, já aqui, estás a ver?
Yeah, there.
Aqui.
All the native trees, look at this beautiful stone wall.
Aquela zona ali, há muitos ali.
Oh yeah, just past the electricity posts down there. You can see all those little green protectors all the way down. That is hectares and hectares. So you give it, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, they're going to start growing up to a nice sized tree.
E aqui,
It's going to be full of forestry. Look at those rocks.
Lindíssima.
A beautiful flower.
Pelo que eu percebo, existe em 40 km quadrados da Gardunha.
Oh, okay.
E se eu não estou em erro, existe aqui e na Sibéria.
Okay, Andre said there's a plant here that's here and also in Siberia. It's 40 kilometers around the gardenia it grows. Which plant is it?
É aquela planta ali. Nós aqui chamamos a brótia da Gardunha.
A brótia da Gardunha?
É muito bonita.
I can't see on the camera. It's this tall one here, right behind the tree protector.
Consegues tirar a foto da internet.
Yep.
E consegues tirar a foto da planta aberta. Ela está ali um bocadinho aberta agora a flor.
Okay, the flower's not come quite out yet, it's just starting to.
O nome científico é Esfodelos bentus rainha.
Okay, that's the scientific name. No.
Yes, latim. Mas aqui chama-se a brótia da Gardunha.
Okay, fantastic.
But it's not a fish, because exists a fish, a brótia.
There's a species of fish with the same name, so it's not the fish, it's the plant. Yeah.
Aquela está mais adiantada. Eu reparei aqui há bocadito que havia aqui mais. Entretanto, pelo caminho, se vimos mais a nascer, eu digo mais. Aqui há mais outra, mas ainda não tem flor. Esta é igual.
Yes, I see. Yeah, the little one next to it. Yeah. Andre said they'll be dotted all around the gardenia.
É muito
fantastic.
Bonito.
Very pretty.
Não se pode apanhar.
Okay, you're not allowed to pick them. They're protected. Yeah, nice. A protected species. That's nice. And this whole area of the mountain here, I mean, for miles, is nature reserve as well. So the only place you're allowed to build.
Daqui podemos ver. Eu há bocadinho falei da casa do guarda, mas eu não sou grande esperto.
Okay, yeah.
Que eu disse que está abandonada, não é abandonada a cair, mas colocaram o telhado, não sei se é para fazer algum projeto, não.
This is the old, Andrew's saying this is the old guard post, the vigilance post. It's not really used anymore, it's sort of abandoned, but not abandoned.
I remember
You remember when it used to be in action,
The police, the guardian.
The environmental police and everything like that.
I remember passing my farm in horse.
Okay, by horse. They would access it back in the day. They would access it via horse.
The farm is the other side. The pine.
The
cedars.
We're walking distance to the farm here. It's the other side of the cedars over there. Yeah.
Exists one farm close, but don't live neighbors.
Yep.
The abandoned. The neighbor visit maybe every week because live
animals.
The sheep.
Okay. So that's these farms over here Andre's talking about. They have sheep on there.
In the middle exists one farm, the 90 hectares.
90. 90.
Yeah.
Wow. 90 hectare farm over there.
The other there is my friend Manuel.
Okay.
The other there is one beautiful farm.
Yeah.
88 houses.
8 houses?
Yes.
8 houses, nice.
50 hectares.
50 hectares.
It's the neighbours.
They're the closest neighbours to the farm, aren't they?
Closest, live in the properties.
Wow. Wow, gorgeous. And the views going out. Absolutely spectacular. You wouldn't realise, you'd think you're completely in the middle of nowhere here. You wouldn't realise there's a village just down there, and a beautiful village at that.
My farm, the farm of my father is very close.
Yeah. Right.
But the other side, the Alpedrinha.
Okay, right at the peak over there.
Yes.
Okay, that's where Andre's farm is.
My house em linha é mais ou menos a minha casa em Alpedrinha estará onde estão aqueles pinheiros ali, mas do lado de lá.
So where the pine trees are on the ridge there, it's just the other side. That's where Andre lives. So yeah, you wouldn't realise you're so close to civilization here. You'd think you're up in the middle of nowhere. They're super close. Yeah, we could probably see it from here, Castelo Novo.
Nós hoje estamos a falar muito, o vídeo vai ficar com 1 hora.
It's going to be a long video, but this is a massive farm. It's going to take a while to talk about everything. And see the village from here. And because this farm is so beautiful, obviously we're rabbiting on and on and on, talk.
Aquela casa estará para aí 1 km da propriedade.
Okay, that's 1 kilometre from the farm, that house that you can see over there. And yeah, you can actually see there's a highway down there, so not too far away. Yeah, you can see all of the little roof tiles and everything down there. That is Castelo Novo down there. So there's a lovely big castle down there. There's lakes up here on the mountain as well, walking distance from the farm. You can go fishing on them. Beautiful.
A brota e já está toda a abrir.
Oh wow, that's the flower you were talking about, all of the white flowers up there. That's the protected flower you were talking about. Wow, so lots of them up here. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see here, the track to access the property is fantastic. You can access this with pretty much any vehicle. Yeah, excellent. Rightio, I think it's time to go have a look at the viewing point. Let's go have a look. Okay, and then as we get out here, right at the top, we've just gone around the mountain a little bit. It's literally, what, Andre, 2 kilometers from where we were. It's super close, super close. This is, what is this, Andre?
Eles fizeram algumas rampas de lançamento da asa delta.
Okay.
Paragliding.
Paragliding, yeah. So this is a I don't know what you'd call it, a paragliding ramp. But yeah.
Esta não sei se está a funcionar, mas está outra no posto de guia. No posto de guia de Alcongosta está uma.
Yep.
E colocaram aqui esta.
Wow, wow. So there's a couple then. Wow. Beautiful.
Está fechada, não é? Que é estar aberta.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the end is shut, yeah.
E o que eu estava a falar.
Good job too.
Desses projetos de limpeza, podes ver aqui, olha. Isto já está limpo.
Yeah, so this is, yeah, I can see now all of the plants that have been cut, all of the broom. These are the projects of cleaning that Andre was talking about. They've cleaned all of this area here. Fantastic. So they'll be planting other trees in here as well then, I should imagine.
This side is not for planting.
Oh, they're not going to plant here.
It's for the native plants.
Oh, okay, just let them take over on their own. Okay, nice. Yeah, fantastic.
There is the Castelo Velho.
Castelo Velho, okay, okay, right up the top, over there.
Não sei se vocês veem, está lá baloiço gigante.
Ah, I can't see it.
É difícil de ver.
Yeah,
Beautiful spot,
it's hidden up there. There's a giant swing which will be on like a platform or something like this. It's on the sand, I think, and you can sit there and take pictures on this swing or whatever. But yeah, looking out over the views. That is Marateca Dam, the Barragem de Santa Águeda. That's a very, very nice spot. I'm going to be going there a few times now that the spring and the summer's coming up. I'm an avid fisherman, so I'm definitely going to be going there. Yeah, it's used for drinking water. Yeah, right in the distance. Where am I looking on the camera? Up here, right up here. That's Castelo Branco. That's the city of the region, and yeah, beautiful. Wow. Yeah, this side is Castelo Branco. Where we were a moment ago is in the Fundão district, yeah.
Para ali é Fundão, que é Castelo Novo.
Yep.
Para aqui é Lourissal, the village Lourissal.
Okay. That village there.
The house, the guardian, the Lourissal, the mountain.
Okay, this house here just up close, the guard house of Lourissal. Wow, fantastic. There's a beautiful municipal swimming pool in that village as well, actually. Can you see it?
Aqui nestas casas.
Yeah, I can't see the water, but it's here where these houses are. Oh yes, I can see it just through the trees. Hopefully you can hear us, because I'm going to put my hand in front. There's quite a lot of wind up here now. There's no wind on the other side because we were in a little valley, but yeah, on this side there's wind. So yeah, my apologies about that for the audio. But wow, I could stay up here all day. And normally, Andre, we do, don't we? We come up the mountain quite often, me and you. But yeah, fantastic. Rightio. Hopefully you liked that farm that we showed you today. Please do get in contact with us via email. Any questions at all? It can be anything regarding Portugal, moving to Portugal. Where is this sort of shop? Where is that sort of shop? How close is that? Visa questions. Obviously anything about properties we'd be more than happy to answer. That's farmerforfun@outlook.com. And of course you can check out properties for sale and properties for rent, www.farmerforfun.com. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Hopefully the video's not too long. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.